Let's remember to put the old microphone on this time, eh? Hey! Welcome to 2020, guys. No more excuses. It's time to put all those plans and preparation into effect. David from Camber here, and today I wanted to just sit down and have a chat with you, really. And we're going to do a couple of things over the year. I'm going to try and do this sort of like a masterclass series. That sounds really, really pompous, doesn't it? Yeah, so this is Social Media 101. This is how to raise your game, how to get started if you've not already, how to not be afraid of speaking to other people online and presenting yourself online. So for those of you that are late to the party, if you haven't already done so, I want you to register on all of the social media platforms that you can possibly think of. That's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, whatever you want. Just get yourself registered under your driving name. That could be, David Christie Racing or whatever, or just your own name. You're wanting to start and create your own brand. Now, where possible, this is the important part, you want to create it as a brand page or a business page. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is analytics and insight. Now, business pages and brand pages give you the ability to look at statistics about who is looking at your page. You don't normally get them with personal pages, but brand pages and business pages allow you to do that. So you can break down your audience in terms of their location, their age, their gender, all of these very, very helpful things in order to tailor your content towards your audience. So you don't have to use all of these different platforms, remember, but you want to protect your brand on all of them. So you're taking your name, and then that way, later on down the line, if you decide, actually, I should probably up my Twitter game, you can do that because you've already got your account. So don't worry about using all of them, but just get them registered for just now. So one key thing to keep in mind is consistency across your brand. And that is talking about your logo, your appearance, the colours you use, the fonts you use, all have an impact on how your brand comes across. Now, I'm going to talk about brand a lot. When I say brand, I'm talking about you as a racing driver online. That is the brand that we're building here. So colours and fonts are a big thing, and if, like me, that you're not very design orientated, a couple of very essential things that you need to know and that you need to understand are hex codes for colours. Now, hex codes for colours are the easiest way of making sure that the exact colour, the exact shade of your colour that you want gets used on design or printing or anything like that. It makes it easier as well, like say you're going to print out a t-shirt, for example, that the colours you use on there are the same colours. It's like it's red on screen, but it's actually pink on the t-shirt. It just doesn't tie up, and it kind of takes your audience away from things and makes them look a little bit disingenuous, or they're not the genuine article. So hex is short for hexadecimal. It's the series of values going from 0 to 15, but it's 0 to F. So you go 0 to 9, and then it's A, B, C, D, E, F. What you need to know is that your colours will be in the form of a 6-digit hex code. So for instance, my colours at Camber are black and a very specific shade of yellow. So the black is just 000000, but the yellow is DBD022. Now that gives me my specific shade of yellow that I use in Camber. And again, it's one of those things that you might not use all that much, but it's still super handy to know when you do develop your skills and you do get a little bit better at design. You know that that colour of aqua is that hex code. So you can very easily go into a web design tool, you can go into a print design tool like Canva or Photoshop or something like that, and you can keep your brand consistent over all of these different things. Another point is that if you are needing to get inspiration or help with colours in any way whatsoever, there's a couple of online tools that can help you out with that as well. You can use Adobe Colour, which is colour.adobe.com, or you can use Coolors. I'll leave links for them in the description below. Super cool little tools. They use algorithms to work out, if you put in a certain colour, it'll work out complementary colours that go with that colour or that shade that you've given as well. Or you can just hit random and find a nice cool selection of colours that you can use for your content that you're putting out there. So we've got your brand pages set up, we've got your brand set up in terms of logo and colours and all that sort of stuff. The next thing you're going to want to do is to learn a little bit more about the platforms themselves and how to use them to their best ability. And the way to do that is to realise that each individual platform, like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, has its own tone that we use, a different way of speaking to the audience on each platform. So for instance, Facebook, you tend to use that to keep up with friends and family. It's a very sort of updated, your status driven platform. You share things that you think your friends or your family, you've got that intimate bond with the people that you've got on your Facebook, typically. Twitter is very conversational, very opinionated. It's your soapbox. You can get into conversations with random people, and that's how the service thrives. So the stuff that you should be putting out on Twitter should be promoting conversation, starting opinion, and welcoming opinion as well. Instagram is very aspirational. It's a perfect place for behind the scenes photos or giving people that exclusive look that nobody else gets. Instagram is very, very powerful if used in the right way. So for instance, on a Friday night you could be showing your prep behind the scenes on the car as you tear it down and get it all set up for the weekend ahead. YouTube as a platform is very entertaining. You want to put out stuff that keeps attention for prolonged periods of time, say 5 to 10 minutes. You're going to create video content that's going to keep them hooked for all of that. So that's perfect for onboard laps, discussions about tracks that you're doing, discussions about races, vlogs, anything you can think of would go on YouTube. But these rules aren't hard and fast. You can create entertaining content, entertaining videos on Facebook or Twitter, for instance, even Instagram. You can do what you would typically do on one platform on another one, but these are from the data sets that we've got over the past 5-6 years. These are the types of posts that do the best for each individual platform. So for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Now, as a driver, time is going to be one of your most precious commodities. You're already pushed hard as it is and you don't have a lot of time. So you don't really have a lot of time to be doing social media every day. And this is where these two next bits come in really, really handy. One is to plan a content schedule. Now, what that is quite simply, you could do it on a bit of paper, on a diary, on a Excel spreadsheet. You're going to work out on your platforms when you're going to post, when people are most engaging. And this isn't a static thing. This will move as you learn when your audience are online and when your audience respond and things like that. Are you going to post on a Friday night before a race weekend to get everybody G'd up? Are you going to post on a Sunday after the race is done? Are you going to post on Monday? Maybe you've had a little bit of time to calm down and reflect over the weekend, all that sort of stuff. But the idea is to stick to it. But you're going to keep to a regular pattern where you're constantly posting things, and the more regularly that you do post on your content schedule, the more people will rely on you and the more people will be able to know and understand when you're actually posting your content out. So for instance, I have a couple of YouTubers that I look forward to because I know that they're going to post things on a certain time every week or on a certain day every week. And that's what will happen with your audience as well. Even though it's a completely different platform, they will learn, or they will end up looking forward and waiting for your content to come out. And then on top of that, another tool that you can that you can use to make your life that little bit easier as well is learning to batch generate content. One thing I struggled with in the beginning was just on time publishing, which is where you just make something just on that moment and then you publish it. A lot of people do it that way, but again, as a racing driver, you're going to really have your time pushed to the limit. And one way that you can do that is by using the tools that are built in. So if you go into Photoshop and Canva or anything like that, again, I'll leave links in the description below, you can use those tools to generate photo captions or the inspirational quotes on your photos, or, you know, put up photos that are really going to capture the attention. And then what you can do is, on a Sunday night, put all that up, generate all the posts that you're going to do, and then they automatically schedule through the baked-in tools that are in all of the platforms. So like on Facebook, you can use the Creator Studio. On YouTube, you can use the Creator Studio on that as well. That goes for Instagram, and you can even schedule tweets now on Twitter as well. So you don't have to create it all live there and then. It can be scheduled way ahead of time, giving you more time to yourself as well. And then finally, again, this is more of an ethereal one, but I want you to start trying to responding to every single comment wherever possible. The guys and girls have taken their time out of their day to interact with you. The least you can do is thank them for that. If they've tagged you, if they've tagged friends, if they've shared your comment or your post or whatever, if they've replied to it, give them a thanks, give them a reply, and that will keep them engaged and keep them interested in who you are. As always, I hope you find this video of some use whatsoever. We will be doing them at least once or twice a month. If you've got any topics that you'd like me to discuss or to go over, hit me up in the comments below. As always, you can get me on david@camber.media. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, and I am so excited about 2020. Let's make sure we absolutely destroy this year.